Hello everyone and welcome back to Chrissy's Wig Room. My name is Chrissy. For those of you who are new to my channel, thank you so much for being here and welcome. I hope that you are inspired among your wig journey as I have been. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I do hope that you will click the red subscribe button down below so that you will not miss out on any future wig reviews. So today I'm super excited to be sharing this video with you, and I thought it would be fun to do a video where we show two different styles in the same color by the same brand. So what I have on right now that I absolutely love is Belletress Peppermint in the color Brown Sugar Sweet Cream, which is a fairly new color that many of us are absolutely loving in the Belletress lineup. So this is Peppermint, and this is not the hand-tied version. This is just the regular cap version. And for those of you that have been following me for some time on my wig journey, you know that I'm all about curls. I love my curls. I love my volume. I just love a curly style. And I think the reason that I love a curly style so very much is because it's the kind of hair that I didn't grow up with. So my bio hair is very fine. It's very thin. It just wouldn't hold a curl even when I would go to the salon and get my hair done. You know, the curl would not last. Maybe the day that I had it done, it might last for a little bit, but then it would fall out. And I was just never able to use a curling iron to get the curl in there. I could never figure out how you stand, you know, in front of the mirror and curl your own hair. I tried to do that many times, had many different curling irons over the years, but I just couldn't ever get the technique down. And I always felt defeated, and I always felt, you know, I'd see other women with gorgeous hair, and I always felt like, why can't I have that too? You know, I want to look and have this beautiful sleek hair like this, or this big voluminous hair, and I just couldn't get it. So for those of you that have been following me for a while, you know I love big hair, and that comes down to the fact that both of my sisters had big hair back in the 80s, and I always loved it, but my hair was just always fine and thin and just wouldn't hold a curl. And every time I went to the salon, they said, well, it's because your hair is really thin. You have extremely fine hair, and so it just doesn't have the texture to really hold it. So I think the reason why I love those big, voluminous, curly styles so much is because it's actually the hair that I always wished I had, but never actually had. So that's why I gravitate towards those. But lately, after watching Marlene, if you haven't checked out her channel, Marlene Fab and Glam, she is beautiful. She makes awesome reviews. Please check out her channel if you have not already. But she loves low density styles that are beautiful like this. And I've been watching and really falling in love with those kind of styles. And it's also kind of funny. I think it's just like clothes and fashion and wigs. Our tastes change. So although I still love my curly styles, I do really love a style like this. I've been really enjoying it. I mean, I've had this style, which I purchased with my own funds from wigstudio1.com. All the links will be down below to where you can purchase this for yourself, as well as the other colors in the same style. I've had this for maybe a month and a half, and I've been actually wearing this as my everyday go-to when I just need to throw something on and get out the door. This is the one that I've been gravitating towards, and I can see why so many people love this style, Belletress Peppermint, because it's very low density, which means that it's very natural looking. It looks like natural hair, so it moves like natural hair, and Belletress has heat-friendly fibers, so that even makes it look more realistic. But I have just been absolutely loving this style for just an everyday throw on and go. So I think not only do our tastes change, but you know, I know for me, I wear curly styles for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then maybe I just get tired of it and want to switch things up a little bit. And that's the beauty of wearing wigs, guys, is that we can change our style at any point. So if one day you wake up and you want a big curly style, you can have that. If the next day you wake up and you want something a little more subtle, a little more natural, a little more low density, you can have that. You can go from big voluminous glam styles to these more low density styles, and these definitely look like natural hair. I mean, this is what my bio hair would look like if I just straightened it and it was still long. You know, I could easily achieve this look with my regular hair. Now this color is a lot lighter than my bio hair. My bio hair is medium brown, dark medium brown. So, but I love this color. This is a beautiful, beautiful color. It's been compared to Raquel Welch's Shaded Cappuccino, which is it's almost spot on for that same color. And what I love about what Belletress is doing is that they're bringing the highlights right up to the lace front. So you've got all of these beautiful blonde highlights right up at the lace front. And then you have this mixture of just some warm, yummy colors mixed together. You've got some auburns, you've got some light browns, some dark browns, and it brings this beautiful mixture of what they call brown sugar sweet cream. And doesn't that make you hungry? It makes me hungry every time I think about that, because I'm like, I want some brown sugar, and I love my sweets. So, this is just a beautiful, beautiful color. Again, for those who like to go blonde, but you don't want to go all out blonde, this is a good go-between. This reminds me of when I used to like to highlight my hair. I used to go to the salon and pay, $200 to have my hair highlighted. This is what you can achieve with a style like this, and it's just beautiful. So I thought it would be fun to compare this same color with a curly style. So I've got this one, which is peppermint, and then I've got also the same color in the Devocion by Belletress, which I have also reviewed in Nutella Buttercream. That color, I loved the style, but that color just wasn't working for me. And I knew that this color I would love because I love the Raquel Welch Shaded Cappuccino, and I also love the Raquel Welch Shaded Biscuit. So for those of you who have been following me and are kind of curious, the Raquel Welch line, my two favorites, actually I have three favorites. The Raquel Welch Shaded Cappuccino, the Shaded Biscuit, and then I also love the Shaded Iced Latte Macchiato. That's a gorgeous shade. For John Renault, my favorite blonde is the Palm Springs Blonde. And then probably my favorite brunette in that line is, I love the 8RH14, which is like a medium brown with some 33% of blonde highlights. Reminds me a lot of my own bio hair. And I've also recently found that I love, I think it's called Chocolate Pretzel. It's a 1BRH30. I actually ordered that in Zara and can't wait to review that because I wanted something that was really dark, and it's got some like subtle red highlights in it and looks really pretty. I used to dye my hair before I started wearing wigs. I used to dye my hair black, almost black. It was like a soft black, and I was really into that for a while, and I loved my hair that color. So I thought it'd be fun to order a couple of really dark wigs so I can have that experience again. But this is just a beautiful color. And then in the Ellen Villa line, my favorite shades are the Light Bernstein Rooted, the Champagne Rooted, and the Sandy Blonde Rooted. And then in the Henry Margaux line, my absolute favorite blonde now is the 10613 GR that so many of us love and have on back order and still waiting on our wigs to come in. And for the brunette favorite in the Henry Margaux line, it would be 626H, which is like a gorgeous medium brown, dark medium brown with some honey blonde highlights. And that's always been my favorite brunette in the Henry Margaux line. Other than that, I'm just so thankful that they came out with that 10613 GR because that is an ash blonde lover's dream. So, and then I'd have to think about some of the other colors. Like in Envy, I really like the light blonde. I'd have to think about some of the other brands to tell you exactly what I like. But I have my favorites in each one. And Belletress has been really knocking it out of the park this year and last year with bringing us all these new shades. I also see that there's a British milk tea, and I have not ordered that. I know that it's still on back order, so I can't wait to see that one reviewed because I think I will really enjoy that as well. But Belletress has been really just doing some amazing work with not only their highlighting around the face, improving the quality of their fibers, and bringing us so many new styles and colors to choose from. I think that that's amazing. So lately I've been buying a lot of Belletress because I love the natural feel of their fibers, and I really think that this is truly my favorite heat-friendly. Raquel Welch would be my second favorite heat-friendly fibers because she has a beautiful lace front and everything. But these fibers are really, they're impeccable, and I've been wearing this every day and just, spritzing it with the conditioner mixture that I use with water. It really keeps it in pristine condition. So I'm going to do a quick spin for you on this style, and then we're going to delve into the Devocion so that you can see what they look like. I always find it interesting to compare both a straight style and a curly style because what I find is that In the curly styles, there always seems to be a little bit more dimension, and I'm sure some of you have probably noticed that as well, that when you have a straight style and then you have a curly style, they're both gorgeous in their own ways, but the curly style definitely has more dimension. So the thing that I've been doing most recently with this particular style, I really like to bring those highlights away from the face. So I've been pulling it back with a little clip, and sometimes I'll pull back this side as well and kind of meld it all together. But I love the way that looks, just pulled back away from the face, and it really accentuates the highlights there, and I think that that is so pretty. I just absolutely adore it. So this is how I've been wearing it, just kind of pinning it back like that and then wearing it just as is. It's a simple look that looks so realistic and natural. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the curly style. Now this is, again, the same color, and you know what? I forgot to show you the inside cap. Let's take a look at the inside cap of Peppermint. Don't want to forget that part. So the inside cap is, we have bra strap type adjusters. Now I do cinch those in all the way, but I still feel like if I'm going to wear it all day, that it helps if I have a wig grip. And this is actually a wig grip by Belletress, and I'm loving it. So we have an open wefted cap. This fits average perfectly. I think it can stretch to fit average to large because there really is quite a bit of stretch here. We have the lace ear tabs, and then in the front you have that beautiful lace front with the left monofilament side part and enclosed rose lace. So beautifully done. I think Belletress does an impeccable job with their lace fronts and really making them look beautiful. Before I put Devocion on, I'm also going to show you the inside cap on that one. So Devocion is a beautiful curly style, about the same length as Raquel Welch's Editor's Pick, and it just has a lot of fun, romantic, curly, beautiful, beautiful curls that I just love. So again, you have the bra strap type adjusters. Oh, generous felt nape there, super soft, lots of stretch, beautiful ear tabs, well constructed. And then in the front, again, we have that left monofilament side part, rose lace here. Now on the Peppermint, there's absolutely no permatease. So that's something that if you love a style that does not have permatease, then you're going to absolutely love Peppermint. And I know many of you already have it and love it. It's very low density. There's very minimal permatease. This does have a little bit of permatease at the nape. And look at these curls, you guys. I mean, it's just, this Devocion is beautiful. Now this wig and the other wig I purchased from Wig Studio One. This wig I was able to get on the Wig Studio One clearance page, which I absolutely love checking because you can really find some great deals on there. And the only thing I did is I have been hanging it upside down because when I first got this one out of the box, the curls were a little bit lifeless and limp. And so my remedy for that is always to really get my hands in there and work those fibers, and then also just to spritz it with water and leave it upside down like this, hanging in my wig closet. And that really just, it brings air, it brings life into the fibers, it separates the fibers because the gravity is pulling it down by hanging it upside down. So that's why you want to do that if you really like a lot of, you know, volume, which I do. So let's go ahead and put her on, and then we'll take a look at this gorgeous color. Again, this is the same color as Peppermint, and again, I'm loving how the bang just swoops away to the side. So again, it just, like I said, when I first got this one out of the box, I felt like it was a little limp and lifeless. I'm sure that we've all experienced that, right? You get the wig out of the box and the curls are just kind of flat. You know, it's got box hair. It's been sitting in a box. It's been manufactured in that way. And so that's why it's so important not to, if it's a style that you think you might love and you do love the color, it's important to not give up on it immediately. You know, and I know, as you know, I'm becoming more of a seasoned wig wearer, but I know when I first started my wig journey, which was in March of 2019, shortly after my mother passed away from cancer. I was like many of you all. I would get a wig and I didn't know all the tips and tricks on how to get the curls to look right. I didn't know about hanging it upside down. I have learned so much from joining the Wig Studio One Wig and Topper Support Group, which is a private Facebook group. I would highly check it out. I love the Wig Studio One community. They're just a dedicated group of ladies that are beautiful and always ready to help. And I have learned so much by watching not only all of the reviewers from Wig Studio One, but also just talking to, the other ladies through the Facebook group. You learn so many tips and tricks about how to organize your wigs, on how to care for your wigs, on how to wash your wigs, on how to hang them upside down, on the different tips and tricks, because what works for one might not work for another. But what I've learned is that you don't want to give up on the wig right out of the box. Now, this is one of those wigs that had I gotten it when I first started my wig journey, I probably would have either just returned it or had to sell it. I sold many wigs that I wished I would have kept and still, have. In fact, I'm sure some of you have done this too. I've repurchased many wigs that I gave up on and then later learned the tips and tricks on how to make them look beautiful. And so I had to repurchase them. So I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on this. It's expensive. And I have found, what I have found in my wig journey is that there's many different beautiful styles, and you can really find not only one, not only two, but many different ones to love. And of course, there are ones that I don't, or that I loved at the beginning and then they just didn't work out for me later on. So, but what I learned, like I said, is that this is one of those styles where I did have to do a little bit of work, and mainly it was just flip it upside down and keep scrunching it and spritzing it with water and leave it hanging upside down, because there's something about that trick. It really works, especially on the curly styles. It's very important. If you want life and bounce and beautifulness in your curls, that's how you get it. And so that's what I did, and that's all I did. I just, gave it a good shake, like 3 or 4 or 5 really brisk shakes, and then I flip it over and I start working it with my hands and spraying it with water. And I sprayed it with water probably 4 or 5 times and kept doing that, flipping it, right side up and then back over and doing that over and over and over. And then I'd let it stay overnight. And then the next day I would repeat the process of spritzing it with water and scrunching it. And that's how you get this beautiful style. That's all you do. It's that simple. But it didn't look like this exactly right out of the box. It looked similar, but it didn't have all this curl. So you really have to wake those fibers up, wake the curl up to get it to look gorgeous. So again, this is that beautiful brown sugar sweet cream. And I guess I've got my wig grip showing there. I need to adjust that. But it's just, the lace front is gorgeous and the highlight is gorgeous. It's just a bunch of beautiful tones mixed together. And see, this is one of those styles too that's interesting, because as you can tell, this style has this side has a lot of curl and this side has a little softer curl. So, but I was able to balance it out by really working those fibers. So I'm really pleased with the finished look. And here is, I'm going to do a quick spin for you. It has all that bounce, that beautiful bounce, romantic vibes. I think it's just, again, and it's a perfect style because it's not too short, but it's not too long. It just kind of grazes a little bit below the nape. But look at the bounce, you guys. I love how bouncy it is. It's really bouncy. It's really fun to wear. It's easy to wear. And it can easily be styled in so many ways. It's one of those styles that looks good with headbands. It's going to look cute with decorative little accessories. Pull the hair back. I love using these little flower clips. You can take let's see if I can find a little clip, little butterfly clip, take a lot of this hair here and pull all that back into a little updo there. It's a fun style. And like I said, I think it's great for the summertime when you want that curly, voluminous bob that's got a lot of romantic curl texture and just beautiful. And the highlights really, really pop on this brown sugar sweet cream. I mean, I'm loving it. I loved the shaded cappuccino too. And this is no exception. It's just really, really beautiful. So it has, like I said, if you're a blonde lover, this has enough blonde highlights to really keep you satisfied. I love it. And I don't know if it's all of the styles, but like I said, I've been noticing that on a lot of the styles lately with Belletress that the bangs are just coming swooped back like that. And I love that because that's one thing that we all don't like is the face floppers, and that really helps when it comes like that out of the box. So I hope you enjoyed this video today of this comparison of both the Belletress Peppermint and the Belletress Devocion in the color Brown Sugar Sweet Cream. It's a gorgeous color, and if you haven't checked it out, I think you'll love it if you can find a style that you really enjoy wearing every day. So if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below so you won't miss out on any future videos. Also, be sure and check the description box down below where you will find all of the links to my Facebook page, my Instagram page, and also my eBay store where I do post wigs that I'm selling as well as other items. So again, I do want to thank you for joining me today for this comparison video of two beautiful styles in the same color. And I will see you very soon again on Chrissy's Wig Room. Have a wonderful day.